Hi there, I'm Tom. Welcome to Tom's Grinder Lab. This is the 2025 Medium Espresso edition of the Burrnament. Now, if you don't know what a Burrnament is, please have a look underneath this video for a link, which will take you to a video that explains the whole kit and caboodle. Real quick, here are the 16 grinders that we put head to head. So the idea is that we take two of these grinders, we put them between two decent espresso machines, have an exact, as far as possible, pour, the only variable being the two grinders. So we think of it kind of like a tennis tournament where you have a round of 16 players, in this case 16 grinders and burr sets, which are these ones here. You can press pause and have a read of them if you like. And the winner from match one, of course, will go through to a quarterfinal, match one being between VS6 Supernova flat burrs and the Timemore 064s. So the winner of those will go top spot in that quarterfinal, and the next match, which is the Varia i200D burr versus the DF54, will become the challenger for this winner of this particular match. So here are the two grinders in question, Varia VS6 and the Timemore 064s. This is the setup. You can see we actually really did this. There's the Varia VS6 and the Timemore Sculptor 064s. Make sure you subscribe for upcoming editions of the Burrnament, and also you'll be doing me a big favor because a lot of work went into this if you would share this with your coffee caffeinated loving friends. So let's get on with match number one, VS6 stock Supernova 58mm blind flat burrs versus the Timemore 064s stock 64mm flat burrs. So I'm going to show you the tasting notes from each of the three baristas. In this case it was Stan, and Stan picked the 064s as his winner. And his notes: less body, more clarity, more sweetness, more acidity. So that was Stan, which makes sense because he is kind of a light roast espresso fiend. Daniel's more of a medium to dark espresso person, picked the VS6. He said couldn't tell the difference at the start, but once he let it cooled, then it was a clear winner for the VS6. A man of few words is our Daniel, unlike Christoph here, who also picked the VS6 burrs. And his notes were actually very interesting. And at first taste, R was better, and R being the 064s. But as the coffee got cooler, the VS6 was much better. Less acidity, making the finish better. So there we have it. It was a split vote. This log is my supervisor's summary sheet. I've noted that the winner was the VS6. And I've also made a note that 2 preferred that versus 1 preferred the Timemore 064s. More body, more sweetness was the comments from the people who picked the VS6, although interestingly, Stan also suggested there was more sweetness from the 064s. So the results of match 0-1 of the round of 16, the VS6 will be going through to the quarterfinals, and it'll match up against the winner of match 2, which will be the Varia i200D and the DF54. Now, before anyone throws away the 064s, you have to remember this is incredibly contextual. It has to do with the taste buds of the baristas. It has to do with the roast depth of the beans. If this had been a light roasted espresso, I would think that the 064s would have won. So don't go throwing away your sculptor just yet, particularly if you like a light roasted, layered espresso, perhaps with a longer or a longer draw time. All right. So that's it. As I said, next one is the match 2 is the Varia i200D versus the DF54. Make sure you get over to tomsgrinderlab.com where you can download this espresso troubleshooting and optimization guide. And I will see you in 3 days' time for the match between the Varia i200D burr and the DF54. Until then, go well, enjoy your coffee.